you just gonna have to deal with it. What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica. Girl, you just gonna have to deal with it for right now because I am in the process of doing some stretching. So you're just gonna have to deal with the one earring right now. Right now, because I'm doing something. I'm doing something. So I gotta get my shit together because I don't want them to be uneven. So I gotta get my shit together. So that's what I'm doing. So what's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and we are down here. Girl. Let's see what is going on down to the blogs, girl. I just got finished cussing the girls out about their
I sponsor the
Let me tell you something.
lack of objectivity. What the fuck? Girl, are you sure this is real? Girl, oh my God. Woman gunned down in a parking lot in broad daylight. Husband arrested in connection to murder for hire plot. Girl, no ma'am. A video shows a heart-stopping moment when 44-year-old Jessica Torres was gunned down in broad daylight in San Bernardino parking lot. And initially suspected to be a robbery gone wrong, authorities now say it was something even more sinister, a cold-blooded murder for hire plot orchestrated by her own husband. According to ABC News, the San Bernardino Police Department held a press conference on Tuesday confirming that Torres' estranged husband, Sergio Reveles, 53, allegedly hired 4 men to take her out. The murder reportedly stemmed from what authorities described as a contentious divorce. They'd rather kill you, girl. San Bernardino Detective Dominic Martinez laid it out bluntly. Definitely a murder for hire case. There is evidence to show the suspects did stalk our victim for several days and months prior to this murder. He could have just divorced her. This is so disgusting and sad on so many levels. This is why you got to stay strapped, ladies. Learn to shoot. They got courses. Go get a gun. Protect yourselves. She was so scared but still tried to fight for her life. May her spirit rest in peace. Ladies, please carry a piece on you. Just divorce me. Like, come on now. That's so crazy. It's just as crazy as the man killing the baby mama on the way to the paternity test, girl. Girl, I don't want that booty. What did Heavenly say? Your ass is flat. When I was 32, I was a brick house. What she say? Girl, so that is so crazy. That's what they say. They say the I don't know. It's a risk. It's literally a risk to be in partnership with a person, any person. It really is. You take a risk because you don't know how that person is. You love them, love at the beginning, but when the relationship is over, and whether it's just by relationship, marriage, or whatever, when the relationship is over, you take the risk of this person wanting to take your ass out of here. That's insane. It's really insane. I changed my mind. I don't want to get married. I don't trust a living soul anymore. This is someone's family member, very distasteful, posting the video of this woman's last moments. May her spirit rest in peace. I don't know why y'all don't put an NSF warning on here. Here, let me report this. Showing violence. Y'all gotta do better than that. At least put a warning on there. I feel like you should. I feel like a person shouldn't open an app and the first thing they see is a woman being gunned down. Like, that's too much. Oh, a Georgia woman's journey to motherhood took a heartbreaking turn due to the unthinkable mistake at the IVF clinic. Christina Murray. Oh, that's an interesting way to spell Christina. Krystena. Christina Murray is suing a coastal fertility specialist after the clinic mistakenly implanted her with the wrong embryo, resulting in her giving birth to a deeply melanated baby who biologically belonged to another couple. Girl, well, they're like, we didn't want the baby yet. Thank you for bringing this. So basically, she was a surrogate. Girl, After noticing the baby didn't share her skin tone, Christina took a DNA test, which confirmed the child she carried was not hers. Months later, when the clinic identified the biological parents, the couple sued for custody, and Christina made the painful decision to give the child up. I mean, that would be the right thing to do, right? The clinic called the incident an isolated event, claiming they have since implanted better safeguards to prevent such mistakes from happening again. Despite this devastating experience, Christina has restarted IVF treatments at a different clinic and remains hopeful that she will achieve her dream of becoming a mother in the coming years. I've said basically she was the surrogate. And then do you wonder if the other people wanted to have their baby, right? They did that on, like, they had their embryo and it's there being stored, waiting for them to be ready, right? Family planning, right? Ready for them to be ready to plan their family. And here come this woman with your biological baby talking about, is this yours, girl? They sued for custody, but I wonder, I mean, got the baby, and that's right. That's like the right thing to do. Anybody thinking different, it'd be like, girl. But so she was just basically a surrogate for them. Girl, you didn't even have to carry your baby. You did the IVF treatments and you didn't even have to carry it. Now you got you a baby. Girl, the headline is so misleading. She gave the baby up because it was not her biological baby, not because he's black. It's not her damn child. Stop the clickbait. Let me read the headline. Woman sues IVF clinic after mix-up causes her to give birth to a black baby. Yeah, you got to read it. Yeah, yeah, you got to read the little description or the caption. This is devastating. I know what goes into carrying and birthing a child, then bonding with them. You don't understand why this wasn't an easy decision for her. That's so heartbreaking. Okay, let's listen to the report.
Being a mother. Christina Murray was finally living her lifelong dream of being a mother.
He was beautiful and perfect, but it was also very clear that something was wrong.
After a grueling round of IVF and 9 months of pregnancy, Murray, a white woman using a white sperm donor, gave birth in late 2023 to a baby boy with a much darker complexion.
My son's skin tone didn't match mine, but he was still my son.
What should have been a joyful first few months bonding with her son, who she loved and wanted to raise, was punctuated by constant fear and uncertainty.
I didn't know whether it was a sperm mix-up or whether he was someone else's.
Murray took a DNA test that confirmed her baby wasn't hers biologically. The clinic she'd used, Coastal Fertility Specialists, eventually determined that they'd mistakenly implanted another couple's embryo in Murray. The biological parents sued her for custody, and Murray chose to give the baby she loved up to them rather than fight.
And I walked out of the building with an empty stroller. And they left with my son. And what was it like going home alone?
They left with their son.
Probably the hardest thing I've ever done.
Oh, that is not your
Murray
son.
now suing the clinic,
You were a
which said in a
surrogate.
statement to NBC News that it deeply regrets the error, calling it an isolated event with no further patients affected. The clinic also saying it's since conducted an in-depth review and put additional safeguards in place. Her story is rare but not unprecedented in the world of fertility treatment, which experts say is largely unregulated.
There's no reliable data or disclosures about how often IVF goes unjustifiably wrong. The U.S. regulates assisted reproduction far more lightly than other developed countries.
Even after the trauma of the last year and the legal process ahead, Christina, who's 38 and single, isn't giving up on her hopes of one day becoming a mother.
I have started the process over again with another clinic, and I'm hopeful that in the next year or two I can try again.
It's just heartbreaking, Priya. So what does the road look like for her going forward?
Yeah, so Christina's attorney has told me that he has successfully represented about 1,000 fertility patients against their clinics across the country over the last 10 years in a variety of misconduct cases, including ones like this that involve embryo mix-ups, but also in cases involving freezer malfunctions that have resulted in embryos or eggs being completely destroyed. He even represented another California case that was quite unbelievable. You guys may have heard about it, involving two couples that in another fertility clinic mix-up ended up having each other's biological children, raised them unknowingly for a few months until they discovered it, and then they ended up swapping the infants back. And by the way, a lot of you are wondering what happened to Christina's embryos. I asked her about that, and she said that she's not sure if they're being frozen and stored in that fertility clinic, or if perhaps they've been transferred to another patient, Savannah.
Well, that is just terrible. Priya, thank you for your story. Appreciate it. That's just unbelievable.
You can't even call that a mix-up. No. A mix-up's when you grab somebody's phone accidentally. This is just unbelievable.
No, and then the fact that she may have embryos that are her embryos, and she does not know where they are right now.
To give back your baby, it just breaks your heart. Crazy story, guy.
Yeah, that's a lot. The emotional part of it is a lot. She even referred to the baby as her son. That's not your son, girl. I mean, how long did she have him? Did she say 4 months? It only makes sense. That would have been a mess if she said, "I'm not giving the baby back." Girl, what? That's my damn baby. Give me my baby back. Girl, it's not funny. That's a lot. That is a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's like she was a surrogate for another family. I'd be livid. Sue them, girl. She literally paid to be a surrogate for another couple. She's going to win big in their suit. I would be livid if I had a white baby. This is devastating. If you know what goes into carrying and birthing. Okay, I read that. I'm seeing the beginning of generational wealth for baby Tyrone. She ain't want that black baby. Oopsie. That was extremely traumatic. Damn, losing Isaiah. That's tough. I hope she can get pregnant again. This situation is really unfortunate. I pray that the baby was adopted by a loving family. No, it gave it back to the people who created the embryo. Right. Do you read to comprehend? Like, what are you talking about? I pray the baby is adopted by a loving family. I'm relieved she chose to give the baby up rather than potentially taking her anger out on it. Not everyone is equipped to raise a child of a different race. She gave the baby to its biological parents. What did you read and comprehend to come to your conclusion? Oh my God. That's crazy. This is so heartbreaking for both the mom and the baby. So sad, but I believe it was the right thing to do and hope she wins every penny she is asking for. I would have charged the parents for surrogacy and sued the clinic. The whatchamacallits need to sue the clinic too, the biological parents. Because you mishandled my embryo. Girl, what? Both of them need to sue. We coming in together on this. Right? Girl, I would be looking at that fertility clinic crazy. Or I don't know, maybe like after you have the baby, I don't know, can they do, I think it's dangerous to do DNA tests while the mother is pregnant. Isn't it very dangerous to do that? I think of the baby, like trying to see who the father is. Or I think it's dangerous to do that. If I'm not mistaken, y'all let me know. Obstetrics and gynecologists folks out there. I thought I heard or read that it was dangerous to give a DNA test to a pregnant woman. You have to just wait for the baby to get here. So that's what I was thinking with these kind of IVF and embryo implants. When the baby comes, immediately do a DNA test. But then, like, you don't know whose baby it is. I mean, I guess you can. I don't know. How would you know? Like, who are the biological parents? I'm sure they have that data at the fertility clinic, right? Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. Well, good luck to that lady. Hopefully she can get pregnant again. All right, let's see. They're getting on Tamara about her husband, Adam. He's getting dragged on Twitter for supporting a potential ban on junk food and food stamps. Adam shared a story about how he used to see people cheat the system growing up, so he believes there needs to be a regulation on it. Ex-users, though, believe his story is false and he's out of touch with how poor people really live. Why are you monitoring what other people are buying? The only thing that I be looking at is this. The only thing that I be looking at the grocery store is if your basket looks like everything is thrown in it. I'd be like, oh my God, I cannot deal with. That's when I'd be looking at your basket like, why does your basket look like it is the returns? You know, the return You know, when you go in the store and they have the baskets on the side with all the returns and how it's just, that's how some people's grocery baskets be looking. And I be like, I just want to just organize it for them. I do not play that. I got that from my grandfather. When we used to go grocery shopping, my grandfather and I used to go grocery shopping, and he was very meticulous. Like, he was Tetris with his shit in the basket. He did not play that. Make sure you put the things up here. Make sure you put the eggs and bread up here. Make sure you put this under here. Girl, so meticulous. And that's where I got it from. Not even including that I'm a Virgo. Like, and just like seeing people's grocery basket with the stuff. And if you like an OCD person, like, you know, like, girl, I know I'm not the only one to look at the people's basket. I don't give a damn what's in your basket. I don't care what you're buying. I don't care. I don't care if it's full of fucking deli meats and Little Debbie's. That's on you. That is on you, girl. But I don't care. I'm not looking. I don't care if what system, girl, shut up. Let them people do whatever the fuck they want to do. Who cares? Why are you looking at other people's grocery basket if not wanting to organize it for them? Anything they got in there, I don't give a fuck what you eat, what you want to eat, girl. If you want to have a basket full of milk and girl, cow's milk and motherfucking fucking hot pockets, bitch, go for it. I don't give a fuck. That's just what it is. Don't worry about it. And then it's like it's the same thing what they do with fat people. You want to act like you are concerned about their health, and you're not concerned about, you just want to be able to monitor what someone else is doing. You don't care about your health, because when it's sweetie, right, stuffing a fucking Big Mac stuffed with chicken nuggets, okay, stuffing it down her mouth, everybody thinks it's, oh my God, that's so funny. Look at how the crazy food she eats. Let Lizzo do the same thing. It's be like, oh my God, girl, you shouldn't be doing that. Your health is more important. Now that y'all don't really care about their health. You don't. You just want to monitor somebody because you feel like they shouldn't be happy because they fat, or because they're getting government assistance, they shouldn't be able to enjoy junk food. Some people want to have junk food every now and again. Some people live off of junk food. Some people's taste buds. I've seen the little kids who have the they have a OCD about food and textures and everything like that, and so they're very picky about food. A lot of autistic kids like the taste of McDonald's. There's and that's considered junk food. So there's different reasons why people want to have junk food, and unfortunately we live in a culture that stuff is available for a specific reason. It's available for a specific reason, and now you're going to act like you want to monitor whether or not these people are eating junk food. So what is considered junk food? This is the food that y'all created in this society. Fast food, cheap food, food with a bunch of preservatives. All of this shit was created for a reason. And now you want to act like you want to put restrictions on what people have access to because you consider it junk food. Girl, fuck that. That shit is crazy to me. And why are you looking at other people's baskets? Adam, girl. Somebody said, Adam, shut the fuck up. You from Napa. Because this is how it starts off. As a kid who grew up in a neighborhood, grocery stores neighborhood grocery stores since I was 5, I can't tell you how many times I saw people come in and buy crap food for their kids with food stamps. Your question should be, why the fuck is crap food available to purchase? I ask you. Shit, motherfucker. And listen, and buy crap food for their kids with food stamps, then open the wallet and use cash for liquor, beer, and wine and cigarettes. Then there were those who would repeatedly buy a lemon or a lime, get the change, walk out of the door, throw them away, and do it again until they had enough change to buy out cigarettes or alcohol. So you were as early as 5 years old monitoring how people exchange money and food stamps, and since you were 5 and you've been looking at it and noticing it and it's been bothering you.
I just, girl, stop.
Girl, shut up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. But you know how we say, who is this? Tamara? Who is this? Tamara. Tamara's husband. She knows who her husband is. She knows who he's married to. Again, you cannot think that just because people are in marriages, there's so many people in marriages with men and women who have different political views. And you are married to a white, male, heterosexual, Christian, thin, able-bodied man. Where do you think his politics are going to sit? Where do you think they're going to sit? Girl. But that's her man. At least she got a man. At least she got a man. He's been monitoring people's grocery carts since he was 5 years old, until they had enough change to buy cigarettes or alcohol. As a kid, it pissed me off because there are some people who could really use the help. Then there are those working the system. While you sit there in your identity benefiting from the system, and you are probably a mediocre mess. I don't know nothing about Adam. Adam, shut the fuck up. You're from Napa. That at all points in history as a primarily white population, which tracks because 70% of SNAP recipients are white in this country. You over here being nosy about food and indulgences like your family don't own wineries and need cash alcohol buyers. Girl, get them together. Get them together. You're a goddamn lie. This never happened. And the fact you fixed your fingers to type this is bullshit crazy. Tamara, and you expect me to think y'all aren't horrible people? Okay. Girl. Get them together. They was getting his ass together. Let's go down to the comments. So because they're not buying what you deem appropriate, they don't need food. The real issue is the scarceness of fresh fruit and vegetables readily available in urban cities. But are you guys really ready to have that conversation? No, they're not ready. They have to ignore that, right? Because it's like I said, my video the other day, it was yesterday, the battery went dead. But I was talking about this whole system and how people are needed in order for these systems to work. So when it's brought to your attention, you're supposed to ignore it, right? When you bring attention to the patriarchy, you're supposed to ignore it. When you bring attention to abuse, you're supposed to ignore it. There's so many people who are just going to ignore it because they need it in order for the system to work. It needs to happen. I can only provide you junk food, but then tell you I'm so mad that you buying junk food with your benefits. Girl, shut the fuck up. Why is the junk food available? That's the question. Bitch. Junk food is the last thing they should be worried about. Why are these damn planes falling out of the sky? Imagine attacking Tamara because her husband doesn't agree with obese America using food stamps to buy junk food. Why is America obese? That's the question. Why is the junk food available? Why aren't there restrictions on what kind of things go in the junk food? There's so many different countries who have they make candy, and they're not people dying because some red dye was put in the candy to make it brighter. They're not creating ads on television telling you to drink animals' milk that it's good for you. Girl, give me the girl. So why they wagging their finger at junk food, it's available because they have to eat that way because of the way you guys structured this system. These food deserts. People have to go to a corner store to get food. That's by design. But then at the same time, they design it that way, then complain that that's the only thing you have access to. What kind of fucking mind fucking dumb shit is that? Shut the fuck up. That's why, ooh, girl, I see, I'm not, at least my shoulders ain't raising up. At least they're not raising up. Girl, shut up with that upside down, everything is backwards fucking shit. Everything is backwards. All of it is backwards. And the only way it continues to work is because people continue to participate. F the story from the colonizer. I'm here for the policy. If you're going to work the system all your life long, at least be healthy about it. But meanwhile, these men are working the system so deeply that their great great grandchildren are going to be wealthy. That's how they're fucking the system. While you worried about somebody eating M&Ms, bitch. It's sad that what a lot of y'all are saying. People shouldn't be buying seafood or junk food with food. Who? And then where's this idea that food that come out of the ocean is somehow makes you of a different class? Like being able to eat crab legs. You know how many people eat crab legs? It's a fucking a fish out of the, what is this thing where people having access to seafood is aligned with some type of class? Like, that's crazy. I'm eating food out of the fucking ocean, just like anybody else. I should not be able to buy food that comes out of the ocean? What? So what am I able to drink? Cow's milk? I'm able to drink that. I'm able to buy these things like that because that is only what's available. Girl, and they know that's, and they know it. They know it. They know it. I'm not raising my shoulders. I'm not raising my shoulders. Because bitch, everybody knows it. And arguing back and forth, it's like, girl, you already know what it gives. But it's like everybody, it's cognitive dissonance. Everybody has to be like, no, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not that. It's not that every time. I just thought about something else. Like when you tell people, oh, this is the way you're behaving, they'll be like, it's not that. And every time you tell them this is the way that you're behaving, this is a reason that you're behaving like this, they always respond, it's not that. It is that. Just because you say it's not that doesn't mean that it's not that. That is exactly what it is. Girl, talking about speaking in code. Right. How about we ban the junk food instead of monitoring SNAP? Break down obesity regardless of food stamps. Like, girl, it's motherfuckers not on food stamps. Got fucking carts full of little Debbie's and deli meats, girl. And they don't get food stamps. So you trying to monitor somebody's food stamps because you want them to eat healthy. It ain't about that. It ain't even about that. Girl. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of my face. What time is it? Girl, get out of my face. But that's your husband. He's been monitoring carts since he was 5 years old and watching a person. Like you've been monitoring a person that long to watch them get food stamps, buy a lemon, take the rest up, get cash for the rest of it, then throw it away, and then come back inside, buy another lemon, and do the same thing. You've watched that exchange happen. Adam, shut your stupid ass up. Fucking blockhead ass motherfucker, shut up. But that's Tamara's man, honey. They get his ass together since he was 5 years old. Girl, shut up. That's her man, honey. Girl, Adam is crazy. Is that his name? Adam? It ain't no better than the other one. The other one, look who she married. Girl, it ain't no better. That should be an indication right there. Shit. Okay, what else is happening? How much time do we have? This is enough. We've been talking too much. Girl, I don't know what happened. Let's see. Let me go to, did we go to the Jasmine brand? Hollywood Unlocked. I haven't been there in a long time. Okay, we said Cassie was expecting baby number 3. Did we already talk about that? Because the comments were so mean to Cassie. And I was just telling some person, I'm like, they were like, Cassie was around, and like almost like she was complicit to what was going on around her because she stayed with him so long and she participated in the things. I don't think that people realize that she was literally not in her right mind, literally not in her right mind. And then when she left him, it was so bad that when she left him, she had to go to rehab because she was addicted. So this person is not in their right mind, is basically being used as a sex slave. And somehow, some way, you are like, well, she was around it. She was okay with it. She would try to leave and he would blow people's cars up. Like he had her access to her medical records. Complicit, girl. She was a sex slave. The comments were so mean. When I read that complaint and then had understanding that she was like having withdrawals, like she was literally, it was so much drugs in her system. She was a addict. She became an addict. Girl, that's crazy. That is really crazy. Unpopular opinion. I don't think Cassie is as innocent as everyone thinks. Girl, what? After she exposed who Diddy truly was and know how much weight lifted off her shoulders. He got her at 19, charmed her and gave her a glimpse of her dream. Then he took it away and made her fight to find the person she first met. He contributed to her getting addicted to drugs, and for 10 years she didn't know how to find herself because she never had a chance to know who she was in the first place. I know she's finally coming into herself, and I'm so happy for her like I know her. Abuse is a horrible cycle. For real. This is a really good comment. That's what I'm like, girl, y'all, she was 19 years old. And every time I think about that video of him talking to her parents and like promising them that she was going to be a star or whatever, like promising them that she was going to be able to fulfill her dreams. And you around here blowing people's cars up, having her do things, immobilizing her body. Like, girl, no, that is not somebody. And then this man is powerful, right? You go to the cops, you try to go away. He got people coming to get you. That's too much. And for everybody to like, I think sometimes I oversimplify things, but I feel like not everything deserves that just oversimplification. Like she was with it, she was at the parties, and it's just like, girl, she was literally not in her right mind. Can you imagine being around somebody who has given you so much drugs that you are now, your body is dependent on it? That's nuts. That's not somebody. She was like essentially turned into a sex slave. And then when you hear